Hey everybody, and welcome to Dead Cells. Today we're on the alpha update, or the alpha branch, checking out all the new crazy updates they added in the new patch. I just got done reading the patch notes, but I'm not gonna read them all word for word. First new thing, you get a free freaking amulet at the start of every run for your stats. And, you know, it says we should go brutality, but I kinda wanna go tactics to check out some of the new changes here. So Nerves of Steel is now tactics only, which is pretty interesting to me. There's Meat Skewer, that I don't think got changed. Heavy Turret's fine as always. Powerful Grenade. I think this is a pretty good setup because we got Meat Skewer to let us use the brutality that we got at the start. We can hold on to Nerves of Steel when pivoting for tactics. Infantry Grenade will help us get through that. They also removed the oh sorry, my keys are still bound to the same button. I was doing a special run. How do I change this? There we go. I was doing a special viewer suggested run, then got kind of, and I forgot about that. Also, of course, I've donned the White King outfit for the sake of this because its color palette doesn't really fit with many of the weapons that I use, so I don't really have the opportunity to use it that often. And by not the opportunity to use it that often, I mean I've never used it in a video. I like Meat Skewer. That's a good weapon. Am I gonna regret trying to do a tactics run? Nah. I think I still want to. I don't know if I'll regret it. Probably will. But I still think I want to because that's where it seems like a lot of the changes were made. Then again, they also added new stuff to survival too, so. I might make this like a more edited kind of video, and then see if I can cram in like some content from each of the runs into it. You know, because they added changes to like everything. Except I think brutality is mostly unchanged because, you know, people really like brutality. Me included. Or maybe, all right, wait. If I die, then I'll try a different thing. I think that would probably work out pretty well. I'm expecting to die, like at least once in the alpha. I don't mean to be full clearing or anything like that. I'm just like running around. Oh yes, and shops now change based on weapons, and also gold's been overhauled, and basically the economy's been deflated, so all the gold is worth more, meaning your wallet is significantly smaller, which, you know, I do like me some big numbers, but at the same time having to like spend an entire run saving up just to get money or just to get a healing flask at the very end is kind of not great. Oh, that's a fast teleport. I read that too in the patch notes. Enemies now teleport to you significantly faster. Oops, that's rough. Oh, there we go. Tactics. Nice, nice. Now I just gotta check out the infantry grenade at some point and we'll be all good. Oh, there's a star elite over there. Or a star enemy. Cool. Can get maybe a bonus scroll. Or I can't remember if those do count as if those are bonus scrolls or just a different way to get scrolls. Yeah, I can't remember. But either way, it looks like it's a powerful grenade instead. Oh wait, it's kind of cool that legendary stuff won't give you those off stats anymore, so you can just like always be taking them. That's pretty neat. I didn't think about that. I also didn't read what the powerful grenade had on it. Plus 40% to a burning target. Victims burn when they die. Huh. Seems like... Oh wait, no. I was gonna say seems like plus 40% to a burning target is pretty low, but then I remembered that it was always 30, so that's an actual buff. It seems. Alright. Ooh, challenge drift. Maybe I should have saved the baguette for after this, but I don't know. We'll see. Extra jumps in midair and more health. Easy choice. For now. I'm gonna swap it when I get back, of course, but for now, this will be more helpful. Well, not quite as helpful as I'd hoped, but eh. Ah, here we go. This is where extra jumps shine. Only took one hit. Not too bad. Shrapnel axes. Is that something I'd rather take over the meat skewer? Oh no, but the meat skewer has plus 15% hits in the back, which synergizes well with the thing it's got going, or its gimmick. I like that. It's fun. Spending a lot of time in the first level and I'm just like, jazz. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, my Explorer's Instinct hasn't procced. Let's just go the standard route for the promenade because, like, they didn't really change up the levels too much, except for they made some enemies in the Slumbering Sanctuary, like, a little... I think they made it so there are more unique enemies during the first part, where everything's asleep. Oh, Vorpan, I wish. Topaz, no. Emergency door, no thanks. I'm surprised there wasn't... I'm a little surprised there weren't any changes to emergency door because it was one of the things that that people said were pretty bad, but eh. Oh, right. I forgot that they reworked these things, the mutations, so they actually scale percentage based. And by I forgot, I mean I momentarily forgot. Okay, which one to take then? Well, I gotta take Tranquility if I'm gonna be working with like a pseudo-ranged pseudo melee. Well, not really for the pseudo melee, but for the Nerves of Steel, because that's what I've been trying to, or I've been wanting to use. Okay, Chris Chest. Ooh, Hokutos. Yeah, I can pivot. Not even really pivoting. Pivoting implies that I'm changing up the build in a major way. I'm just, you know, I'm just swapping out one weapon from it. I don't know how I feel about them changing a bunch of the survival scaling, or the dual scaling things into tactics only. But I'm not going to pass judgment until I've had a chance to play around with it more. Personally, it doesn't feel all that great. Just the idea that, you know, I'm going to have to be doing more tactics if I want to use these weapons, but I don't really want to use the weapons that much anyway. I totally get what they did for Marksman's Bow, though, because now, you know, it'll be able to use Tranquility. Does this have piercing? No, it doesn't. Huh. It seemed like it did for a moment, but maybe I was mistaken. Or who knows, maybe there's like a shadow. There was like a shadow buff. Or maybe not a shadow buff, but something I missed in the patch notes. Where now it actually will just, the crit shots pierce. Crazy. No thanks. Not today, Cursed Sword. Tornado. I kind of like Heavy Turret more. I've also noticed that well, I remember they said they changed the way weapon damage scales. Oof. Thought I would have gotten that guy. But now I see that, like, everything is... It used to scale based off of, like, increments of 25%. You know, or maybe 15%. No, I think it was 25%. As, like, as the weapons get better in value. They like the level up, I mean. But now it's like we've got 187 over here, so I don't know. They changed that up too. Some of the changes seem like they would or seem like they are not... I don't want to say they're gonna make the game more challenging, but well, the fact that I can't choose my weapons in the shop based off of like their type instead of the scaling is a little bit worrying, just because, like, you know, when I want to do one of those like weapon specific runs, it might be more challenging to find better ones. And maybe I shouldn't be using Nerves of Steel when I haven't gotten used to the critical. But I don't know. Should also probably be using Hokutos more, but it doesn't feel like I need it because Nerves of Steel just one-shots everything. Oops. I tried to turn around before using that. These enemies teleporting faster is kind of jarring. I'm definitely gonna need some more time to get used to it. I kind of like that it's more fast-paced though, in a sense. All right, Hokutos. I guess if it's Hokutos, I don't really have to. Ooh. I mean, I could do the good damage over time build, which I think I will for now because the Nerves of Steel feels like it's falling off in damage just a bit. But I'll be on the lookout for some of the new ranged survival weapons. I mean, ranged tactics weapons. The new weapons that aren't new but now only scale with tactics. That's what I'm trying to say. I love Alchemic Carbine. It's something that I don't use that much, just because I used it for grinding through the cell difficulties for a long time, so I'm basically like, ugh, not you again, get me away. But it's still good. It's great, honestly, and I should use it more. It's just it's difficult for me to feel good doing a tactics run without a shield a lot of the time, just because like I like having some defensive stats. Not defensive stats, but some defensive options, I guess. The ability to parry being pretty important. Thanks, Protector, for giving them the shield in the exact moment where they would have perished if they didn't have one. But that's okay, I'm gonna be using Alienation, get this all healed up right away. Anything I missed throughout the level? Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh boy. So yeah, definitely gonna be going for alienation to heal up after the poor performance back there. Very good mutation. Always gonna keep me topped up when I'm making mistakes or just getting cheesed out. I guess it's not really cheesed out, just an unfortunate coincidence that the thing happened to go like that at the moment where it did. I don't really see any reason to keep that other, or to keep the legendary. I mean, it's good, but I don't really need the volley of arrows. I can't think of another, like, can't really think of another affix that or another, like, rare affix that I would be hunting for. Because, you know, what is it? The, legendaries are always guaranteed to have one of those, like, special star affixes. So you can re-roll. He teleported really fast. I'm still gonna need to get used to that. So yeah, if you're hunting for like a specific rare affix, then you can just re-roll legendaries and have a much higher chance of getting it than you would re-rolling the regular ones. But I can't really think of anything that would be worth like going to all that trouble for on a powerful grenade. Like the arrows one seems like pretty much the best. And like it's good, but it's not necessary. Nope, that's not better. Oh, this is a nice crossbow. I might take that, because I think they changed ice crossbow somewhat. Oh, right, it's two-handed. Yeah. Oh, dude, whoa, that second icon's super cool. Whoa, okay. I'm into this. So can I do both at the same time? No, doesn't look like it. Oh, that's rad. Heck yeah. And it already feels like way faster than it used to. It does feel like I kind of get rooted in place a bit. Like I just... Does it slow my movement speed after I do that? No, I don't think it does. Weird. Oh, okay, so it crits if the target's frozen. I get that. Man, that's cool. I like how it like pushes me back too. Like it really feels like a chunky hit there. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, it's not great because it's on a tactics run, but I still really like it. Bruh. I don't mean to be throwing out bruh left and right, but dang. I don't know, I'm just so jazzed to see like a real unique change. Because I wasn't really expecting... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Because I wasn't really expecting the weapon reworks to be like this magnitude. Like fully changing the things, adding new new mechanics. The fact that it freaking sorry, I don't mean to say freaking like that, but the fact that it's a two-hander now. We have more two-hander weapons in the game. It's just really cool to me. I'm gonna like try to use this for a while. It has like it feels like it has good balance between like single target and multi-target because you can only the freezing doesn't pierce, so you can only like freeze one target, but the little blast, or well, not the little blast, but the non-crit blast can still pierce through enemies. The key dropped somewhere? Oh yeah, it did. I know they changed stun grenade, but like I'm not gonna go all the way back for stun grenade. Maybe I should. Yeah, whatever. The reason I was thinking maybe I should is just because, like, you know, stun grenade is stun grenade has the chance to have the like return arrows on hit. You know, like arrows stuck in the enemy become unstuck, which is super useful for an ammo based run. But actually, wait, I don't think the right click costs ammo. No, it does. Never mind. Dang. I was hoping that if it didn't cost ammo, that would mean that I have like a... Okay, well, that's not great. I was hoping that if it didn't cost ammo, then I would just be able to use like the right click while I'm waiting for the other ammo to get back. That wasn't a melee hit, that was ranged. I'm a little bit confused about that. But you know what? Whatever. Let's just get straight into a new run. Heavy crossbow. That's one of the other ones they reworked. This is also a ranged thing. It has a reload. Bruh. That's crazy. So what does this do? It reloads the heavy crossbow, makes the next shot inflict a critical hit. Bonus damage, basic stuff. Stun grenade has a 12-second cooldown, making that lower than ice grenade. Stun duration bonus. Okay, I can get behind that. So it feels like this heavy crossbow is gonna be very, like, slow. Okay, but it does still have the gravity well sort of thing. I don't know, that reload is kind of scary. Because if I try to do that reload in a boss fight or something, can I move? No, that's just, it roots me in place for a while. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I'll mess around with it for a while still, just to figure it out. Okay, that was just dumb, but I didn't really get punished for it. Too bad. So it seems like maybe not every time you fire the weapon, but every once in a while you want to be reloading the crossbow. Of course, just so your next hit is a big one. Ah. Yeah, I'm just getting stuck in place way too much to be making proper use out of this thing. Or to be using the thing properly, I guess. Alright, well, we got him there. It's gonna take practice. I really wish that you could reload while moving, because I really don't see the point in making you have to stop moving for the reload. Because, like, that's just such a pain. Back when, like, enemies took forever to teleport to you, I could see it. Because, like, you know, you'd be able to charge it up while they're coming at you. Yeah, I can understand that. My max HP is super low because of the, you know, the fact that we don't get the fact that we don't get weapon, or that we don't get stats on our weapons anymore. Huh. Definitely gonna take some getting used to, like, with all these changes. But you know, a lot of the changes that the devs have made in the past have been kind of like, yeah, on paper, or like the first time you think about them, you're just like, oh man, I don't know if I can get used to this. This is gonna like throw a wrench in the whole plan, in my whole situation, my deal. But then, you know, you play around with it and you actually just kind of get used to it, and turns out it's okay. That's at least how it happens most of the time. Like, who knows? Maybe it'll turn out that some of these changes aren't so great. They won't make it off the alpha branch. Only time will tell. I really like the ice crossbow change. that was fun for the brief moment that I had it. I'm just a little worried about, you know, the interaction with Thornies. If that's like a consistent thing. Or maybe I died to something completely unrelated and I just blamed it on the Thorny because I died in the exact moment where I fired the shot at it. I'll have to check back the footage later. But yeah, we're not in a great position right now in regards to melees. So I think I'm just gonna check on some extended healing and see where that takes me. They did also rework necromancy, so it won't heal you past 50% of your HP, which kind of just makes me feel like I don't want to take it anymore. Like, it'd be good in a pinch, but not really, you know, consistent. I don't know. Heavy crossbow is very far from like the kind of playstyle that I have, I guess. I really don't like being rooted in place like this. But you know, it might just be my bad. Or I need some more time and practice to get used to it. It's just, oh boy. It's something. It's still, I don't know, I was just thinking, what if it's not considered, or what if like these weapons aren't considered ranged anymore? What if they are melee somehow? But I don't think they would be. Oh, bonus damage against electrified targets, right, they added that. Yeah, I'll take a mushroom boy. Why not? Although I guess since this is a close range weapon, it probably isn't such a good idea to have a mushroom boy. But whatever. I'm trying to get more use out of the out of the reload. Just because I feel like I might be missing something about it. Because I really think if you could reload while you're running, or while you're moving, at least be able to like dodge out of the reroll, or the reload. Did I say reroll like multiple times? I don't know. It just, ugh. Oh, ice shards is survival now too. That's something. And I don't know if I commented on it earlier. I think I did, but like they condensed all the money down, reverse inflation. So now everything is well, it seems relatively cheap, but it's just because the Dead Cell's currency is worth more. Ah, the boy's axe. Oh yeah, I did record the footage for, well, at least like the majority of the footage for the boy's axe / alchemic carbine run, but that was on 1.8, and right now I think I want to get like, I want to get the 1.9 footage out ASAP, so I'm sorry, but I might have to put that one on the back burner. I haven't really had much opportunity to record audio, and I really wanted to have audio for that run, or at least like as much as I can get, because you know it's a special one. I don't want any more melees. But you know, it's not forgotten. It'll get here. Man. I'm not liking this thing. I think I will take a potion swig just to like, you know, make the run a little longer. Because I can't promise that I'm gonna get far while using these weapons, so like the purpose of this video isn't like I'm adapting to the new weapons, or I've adapted to the new weapons already and I want to show off how to use them properly. That's not it at all. This is my first time coming into the alpha branch and testing out all this stuff. So I just want to document like my experience learning all this. Because I feel like that would be decently interesting. Plus, you know, whenever a new update comes out, you can't have too much footage on it, or too much content. So for all the people who are like scouring the web for anything they can find on it, because maybe the beta branch doesn't work for them, which, I mean the alpha branch, apologies. Oh, okay. Dang. Because I was in that situation the last time there was an alpha change. Because like with the new enemies, my game would just crash like constantly, and I didn't have the opportunity to experience that stuff. So I spent a lot of the time looking at like all the new content I could find with the enemies, get used to their patterns beforehand, so when I do actually get the chance to play with them, you know, I'll be a little prepared and able to make better videos with them. And sure enough, they were pretty easy to get used to, so it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, I'm just glad that there was a lot of content, or at least a decent amount of content on the update within the first couple days. Because it really helped me feel prepared when I started making my own videos for it. Anything else over there? Nope. Just gotta go back through the spikes. Little trap segment and get over to the prison depths. Oh yeah, I should see how much a potion flask charge costs at like an early level in the game. Or well, I don't know if it really... I don't think it would get more costly later, but you know what I mean. I guess, yeah, Dead Inside's fine. Might as well. Since I seem to be getting hit a lot. Yeah, they said they removed the scaling of prices, so everything just costs the same, but I guess... Ooh, Giant's Whistle. Yeah, I think I'll drop a stun grenade for that. I can't really say if stun grenade feels much better than it did before the update, but it doesn't feel any worse. So it definitely feels like the reload is supposed to be for like careful planned one-shots and stuff like that. I guess if you get like a rhythm going for it, it's not gonna be too bad. I think it also just depends on the area, because you can't really do that. Oh yeah, well, I've already got dead inside, so I can just munch like that. Because when you're working with areas that are like crowded full of enemies, you don't really have the chance to... Oh, well, at least I can roll out of the thing after I start it, but... Basically, you don't really get the chance to use the reload in the middle of combat, of course, because you're getting flooded by enemies. So... can be challenging. But if I get into a situation like that, where I can duck under cover, reload, and then wait for them to teleport to me, that feels like a better move. And I can do that. And blast them. Drop down, get the crit. Okay, it feels good against big enemies, where you wouldn't otherwise be able to one-shot them like that. I don't know, I just really wish the reload, not the reload, but the sorry, got a little antsy with that bat. It's not the reload, but like you get stuck for so long after firing the thing. It's like a full second after the shot actually goes off before you can actually interact and do stuff. I feel like if the enemies still took the same amount of time that they used to teleport, then it would feel like, okay, enemies teleporting up, reload, fire, as soon as they get there, they die. That gives me something to use that waiting time for. But when they're moving, or when they're coming at you so fast now, it feels sort of like an anti-synergy, I guess. But it's not really, it can't really be considered a synergy because it's not like because it's like a general game mechanic, not really a part of your build. I'm not in range, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. A little bit scary. Alright, I gotta get down on the level. I really want to see how this feels in a boss fight. I mean, I kind of don't, because it's gonna suck, but... Or it might. Because I know they said they removed the damage cap that it... Or no, they didn't remove it. They made sure that it was still affected by the damage cap, even though it fires out over multiple shots. So yeah, that's rough. And I guess I want to take necromancy just because, but I don't know. It still reduces my infection level when I kill a boss, so that seems pretty useful. It's the kind of thing where something that was once really good gets nerfed, and you can't tell if it's actually become terrible or it's just you're so used to it being awesome that it receiving a nerf that puts it on at like a similar level to other weapons makes it feel like it's terrible by comparison. I don't know what to call that, but it's like a phenomena or something that I've experienced quite a bit in the past. At least Mushroom Boy has my 6 when I'm reloading. It's much appreciated. I got like extra rooted there and I don't know why. I think I like... Oh yeah, it did like an input buffer because I reloaded and then I accidentally hit reload at the same time as I hit the fire button. So because of that, it caused me to... It wouldn't let me roll because it was already preparing for the fire animation. Okay. So I have to be very careful about that in the future. Okay, so now I should wait to pick up that piece of food until I'm already at 50. So that adds like a new level to managing food. Okay. Ugh. This is still really hard to get used to. Apologies if commentary suffers. Trying to remember the other weapons that they reworked. I realized that going for tactics in the very beginning probably wasn't a great idea because the tactics weapons weren't really... Most of the tactics weapons weren't really fundamentally changed. They were just made tactics only. So it's like, well, duh, the weapon's not going to be any different. You're just going to have to use it on a tactics run. But I really wanted to see how Tranquility felt. Then I picked up like close range stuff, so it didn't even matter. But yeah, still has the burst. There's some Hayabusa. Yeah, this... I wasn't a big fan of the heavy crossbow even before the rework, so now I'm like extra not a fan. That's okay. Survival meat skewer would be good, but I wouldn't have an offhand or anything. Oh yeah, I guess now that the changes have gone through and weapons don't have stats on them, it is kind of like, I guess, freeing in a sense. Just because it's okay to swap like a two-hander out for something that's just a one-hand, because now... How do I say it? Oh, because now that empty slot doesn't make you feel terrible because you have the reduced stats because of it. Is there anyone behind you that I have to worry about? Just another one. Okay, cool. So in a way I kind of like that, but also I kind of like when things aren't two-handed, so I have the option to have them work together with stuff. Because I can imagine Ice Bow plus, oh well, he exploded. Because I imagine something like Ice Bow or even Frost Blast maybe, and Heavy Crossbow would have been a good combo. Because, you know, you keep them rooted for longer and then get them. But at the same time, it has its own gravity well. It's more so just that Frost Blast would keep other enemies, you know, away while you're charging it. Okay. Yeah, I'll pay 20,000 for that. Not 20,000, 2,000, right? Oh. Okay. Game has crashed. Okay. So it seems like every time I left that room, the game would crash, meaning I have to start over from the beginning, which is a little frustrating, but I get used to it. Or, I'm okay with that. Check out the repeater crossbow, a newer weapon. And by newer weapon, I mean something that's been reworked. Sorry, I don't mean to sound so dejected about the game crashing, but, you know. Okay, so it rapidly fires bolts, immobilizes the target every 4 hits, then fires a volley of bolts that inflict critical hits on immobilized targets. So now you got like this burst sort of option to the repeater crossbow. That's pretty cool. I never used the repeater crossbow that much back in the day, before it was changed, but you know, it always seemed pretty fun. Kind of fun. I don't know, I guess I should stick with the with the little hits for now. Ooh, he's shocked. What do I have that shocks? Oh, magnetic grenade. Okay. Oh, so it looks like the immobilize lasts for a decently long time, so you want to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, or something like that for the combo. That's what it seems like anyway. Bow and endless quiver, still kind of boring, if you ask me. What I do like is that it feels significantly less like slow. It definitely feels very, or like that blast feels pretty fast. I shouldn't use it when I don't need to. Okay.